Well, Washington, you experienced manic highs and manic lows in your season. Let's go ahead and take a minute to break this whole thing down. Alright, let's be real here, Washington. You guys went all in on Sam Howell. You had the blocks around him. You had some building blocks, not a lot of great weapons, but you went all in. You figured he was your guy. And how did that go for you? Well, you got 2 wins against the Cardinals and Broncos, and you played the Eagles well. You lost big time to the Bears, but then you also played the Eagles well the second time. You played them good both games, losing by a combined 10 points over 2 games against the Eagles. So you have the potential with Sam Howell to play well. And let's go ahead and take a look at the stats for Sam Howell, because this man, he has a 65.8% completion percentage for 3,400 yards and 18 touchdowns, but 14 interceptions. A little bit of concern there with Sam Howell on the interception number being a little bit elevated compared to his touchdowns. But overall, if you can bring those interception numbers down, some of those losses could very easily have turned into wins for you guys. And we could be looking at a very different story given how weak the NFC has looked this year. Now, you have some teams that are getting hot at the right time, which you probably wouldn't have made the playoffs anyway. But overall, you have some bright spots here. Although you don't have a 1,000-yard rusher or even a 1,000-yard receiver. You don't even have really a player who's on pace for that. Terry McLaurin needs over 100 yards a game for the next 3 weeks if you want to have a 1,000-yard receiver. And Brian Robinson Jr. needs over 100 yards a game for the next 3 games, over 110 yards a game for the next 3 games to be a 1,000-yard rusher. So you don't have great weapons around Sam Howell, but overall you have potential, and you're spreading the ball around, especially on offense. I mean, after Terry McLaurin at 594, you have Samuel at 508, Dotson at 458, Thomas at 424. So you have 4, solid receivers that you're spreading the ball around to, and you're looking solid on the offensive side of the ball. Like I said, you've played teams that are well above your caliber. You've played them really well and really close. You've lost a couple of games in bad fashion. I mean, let's be real here. Taking a look at your games here against the Bills, only putting up 3 points, letting the Bears drop 40 on you when they were struggling. Losing to the Giants both times, not really putting up good numbers. And the Dolphins game, let's not even talk about that one. But overall, you have the pieces. I mean, there's a lot of teams that are being eliminated now that you don't really have a bright future for. Like, taking a look here, Carolina's in a tough spot. New England doesn't really have a sense of direction. The Jets went all in on Aaron Rodgers, and with Aaron Rodgers, getting up there on the offensive line not being great, there's a genuine concern there for their future. Even Tennessee, I mean, apart from the fact that you have a rookie quarterback and you're dealing with growing pains, you don't have a lot of sense of direction around him. Washington is a little bit different. Washington has optimism. They have shown they can play teams well that are well above their caliber. They struggle against teams they should beat sometimes, but they have potential and they have a little bit of a sense of direction. Their identity is going to be a pass-first offense, and I like that in today's NFL. So if you can just, protect the ball a little bit more and give Sam Howell a bona fide number 1 receiver through free agency or the draft, oh my gosh, watch out, because Washington will be a dangerous team for years to come.